Welcome to Permadeath Extraordinaire, where I am back with commentary. Woohoo! So I'll be doing a little bit of talking. I did a little bit of work with the microphone off, and that's in the last episode. Words, I've been streaming pretty heavy the past few days, so words fail me, and the throat's getting a little angry with me. But that's okay. Okay, so why is this thing not... Oh, it's not producing because I don't have... I guess I'll get into this. I made the super refinery. A quick walkthrough. I guess I should have brought the car. I did build a car. Okay, so the oil wells are over here. I have them in lots of 3, so 9 total wells. 3 feeding into each main feeder line, which that's what these are, is the feeder lines. And then they will feed into these tanks, which are slowly getting filled up. Even with 3 running, it takes a while to fill up these tanks, but that's cool. So basically you got 3 wells here, 3 wells here, 3 wells here, and every 3 feeds into one refinery, which then breaks down and pipes the different out products, your petroleum, your light and heavy oils, and then those in turn have tap lines which will run through the middle of the facility. Basically these will keep running as far down as I need them to, and then most of our refineries and actual processing is going to be along this range here, and these will be tap lines where lines will be dropped in and tapped out as needed. Already we kind of had to break that cycle when it came to making sulfuric acid, which will be used in batteries later, but I think that's its own little process off to the side. So we'll be doing that all around here. This will be kind of the battery sulfuric acid thingy place. Anyway, so speaking of which, this is getting full of iron, and I am not producing any sulfur for some reason. 3 water, 3 petroleum gas. I'm not actually producing any petroleum gas right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this conveyor belt off for now. And we'll reestablish that a little bit later. Now I can also use this belt to bring in some other stuff for other refineries as needed. There should be enough room to where I can curve it around and bring it through if I so desire. I'm hearing some weird noises. Give me 1 sec. Probably the neighbors. In any event, okay, so where were we? Okay, so the super refinery, and then I piped the water in from the other side and joined it with the main tap lines, so we should have water available pretty much at all times. Okay, I then built an encircling wall, and we will fortify that depending on where the bugs attack us. So let's put these where they belong, and let's get away from those loud mines. How are we doing over here? Not so bad, I guess. We're not producing as many reds as I figured we would. What's up, Red Factory? Yeah, it just needs gears. More gears. We're always hurting for gears, it seems. The factory seems to be working okay. We could up the steel production a little bit, or the iron production a little bit. I am going to need some more walls, so I'm going to get this back in action. Whoops, that is not at all what I meant to do. Alright, and this goes away, that goes away. This is going to go away for now, this system. That'll go away for now. Take that. Yep, all filled up. That's the National Reserve. And all basically filled up. And in case we want to refill that, we'll put this as far over here as we can. Like so. And that way we can grab some more and fill up these crates. Beautiful. Alright, do I have any rock on me? Yes, I do. And I'm going to ditch this copper ore just in one of the furnaces. Alright, let's see how much copper we got coming in. Make sure everything's working here. We don't need copper tubing anywhere past this point right now. So hopefully what's being fed out is being eaten, which looks like that is happening. Chips are getting down south. Too many chips are getting down south. We will need these chips later. Right now we're creating them at a wonderful rate. Okay, I think we're going to have to start taking them off the line, however. So let's go over here and activate this. Have it start taking extra chips off the line. I think we might be making too many of them. Let me see, who else needs those? Just this guy. And he's got plenty. They're pouring in. Iron is dropped off. We need to up our iron production again. 4 of our drills have gone inert. And we've got a little problem with our conveyor belt here. Okay. Okay, all the drills are active again, and we're just going to do this quick and dirty. Good enough. For now. It'll change over time. I'm gonna keep migrating south with these mines, so that should up the iron production. Looks like this mine is done, so let's take him and put him right here. And he'll take out that last bit right here. These two are also down, so we'll replace them over here. That'll work. That'll work. Still hearing the weirdest sounds. I know some of it's the shower through the wall. Ah, gotta love apartment living. Okay, so I'm taking the chips off the line. These are the ones that are stuck on the line right now. This is not getting... just not getting an adequate supply of the things it needs, because the chips have occupied the inner rail. Those are locking up. That's putting in, that's taken out. Hey, wait a minute. Set myself up for one of them dumb loops again. Okay, so let's get out of the stupid loop. These are the outputs. Inputs are here. So it's got to input here. What do these things need again? Iron. These gears, chips. Iron, gears, chips. What the hell is this even here for? Aye. Don't get impatient. Okay, so he picks up iron. Pick up iron. Which we're not using just yet. This guy has absolutely no job whatsoever anymore. These are the inputs. If they don't get it, to get this stuff off the line, I'm gonna have to I'm just gonna have to put one of these for now to help clear it up. 2 of them. Okay, too many walkers are getting made. Turning those off. That's not what I meant to do. These are the outputs, right? I hope so. That's the output. Put. Input. Yeah, and these are missing out on the gears that they need. Okay, there's a lot of walkways out there. I'm going to turn that factory off and just let it run for a little while. I got too much stuff jumping over onto one place. But we'll see how it turns out. Everything's kind of running smoothly. This one needs more copper. Let's up the copper production just a little bit. We'll activate one more mine. Okay, so that should up the copper production a little bit. So more should slip through. This is going to bring a lot of it in. Turn the line, grabbed here, and then that should be the end of the copper for now. Yep, okay. Pretty nice little supply of reds and greens coming out. Okay, now these aren't getting chips that they need. Chips seem to be getting a little bit more rare now. Run out of fuel for one of the furnaces. We're going to have to up the coal production. Ooh, yeah. Okay, time to expand this little base. Ooh, well, don't worry about it. Knew that was going to happen. Oops, and I didn't actually mean to grab that damaged one, so let's slap it down real quick. And we will repair these. I didn't really anticipate doing that much damage, but and now since we did all that dramatic hoo-ha, okay. Turrets. $25 each should do it for now, until we find out where the bugs are coming from. Okay, rebuild the power supply, move the mines. One, two. This is not as far as I wanted. I'm sorry about that. Well, 12k right there, 6k. Okay, maybe here's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's ugly. It'll work. Okay. So, we still have no power here. That's interesting. Let's grab that. We don't need it. Down to here, power. Ah, it was all dependent on this connection. I don't have any coal, do I? Nope. Okay, so let's see now. This thing's been working for a while. We got some fuel problems. That's alright. Those will fix themselves soon enough. These are all messed up. No chips are getting through anymore. Nothing getting through anymore. Oof. Uh-oh, because I may have messed myself up. Those need not be taken off the line immediately. They could have been returned to the line. So let's assume a stack got made at least. And we'll go feed those into the machines. He doesn't need those. These guys do. One for you. One for you. Now as for these, I'm just going to grab a bunch. Well, I shouldn't be grabbing the computer chips. I need to grab the widgets. The gears, whatever you want to call them. One for him. One for him. Okay, now they can start clearing up some of those plates. It looks like I've increased steel production maybe too much. All the furnaces are out of power that quickly. Wow. I love being completely dependent on coal. It definitely makes the game more interesting because I have to kind of keep up with it. Oh yeah, I have a car. I need to start using that. Should we see what we've produced so far? Hopefully it's not depressing. Let's find out. Oh, actually it's not so bad. Let's go feed the research bunkers. Okay, what do we got? I don't know what I just did, but whatever. I could automate this. I probably should. I've been saying that for a while now. A long while since I'm on double marathon. And let's see, where are we going here? This. Okay, now the computer chips are here. And what are they not getting? Still have walkways, cycling. Doesn't look like too many though. May have to start that factory up here in a sec. We have a lot of grabber arms running around. Okay. Let's start this factory back up. I think I'm underproducing. I think I need to add another one of these. Do I have the room? That's the big question. Not really. Well, I could take this underground. Even then I still don't have the room, do I? Well, barely. And I don't think I can take this underground far enough. Okay, well, I'll just have to deal with what's going on. We do have a pretty steady supply coming out, so we're doing okay. Up here, not so much. What's going on here? We're getting copper, getting enough of that. No more copper's getting through, so that's good. So yes, no more copper getting through. That's awesome. And he's not getting his coal supply. No coal's getting through yet. Hopefully that'll change soon. These furnaces are filled up. Come on, coal, you can make it. I may have to up it even a little bit more. Because these are using a pretty steady supply. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. I could upgrade my furnaces, but where's the fun in that? Okay, we got bug problems out this way now. And we really have not defended this backside of the base here. Let's do that now, at least a little bit. Oh, we've had some bug problems up here. Let's claim half of this for now. Not bad. I'll fix this and make it more square later, but we'll work on that another time. Okay, so we have had bug problems up here apparently, and I'm assuming we're gonna have more. So I'm gonna load this guy up. That'll work. Oh, out of walls, so I can't really fortify him any more than he already is. Hopefully he'll be able to hold out. We're not even using that iron pile yet. I'm almost afraid to expand my radius that I can see, because I mean, wow. There's some pretty heavy bug infestations. Wow, yeah, there's pretty nasty ones out there. I'm gonna have to gear up for the heavy warfare. Okay, so speaking of heavy war and that kind of stuff, let's see what new stuff I can build that I haven't really been keeping track of. Oh, good, laser turrets. And flamethrower turrets. Guns. I can build these now. Researching modules very, very slowly. Rapid transports. Okay. This is our one weak point right along this border here. And it's pretty weak. Okay, I wanted to try not to chop down too much forest. So I'm gonna make a small area here. This will be our new wall. I should have plenty of bricks down here somewhere. At the brick factory, maybe? Oh, he's still filling up. Whoa, okay. Might take him a while to fill up. Let's bring him offline for a little while, because we need some walls now. Well, crap. I was trying to be conservative. I thought that... I thought it was narrower than that. Gates, 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 gates. I have no gates. There it is. That's one wider than I wanted it to be. Now I know you can replace the wall directly with the gate. That's handy. Okay. No bug problems yet, which is a little weird that they have not attacked or done anything. Okay, let's finish off this back wall now. We're going to build a new science park, I think. I hope this works. I don't even know if these can be automated, to tell you the truth. We're going to find out. They should be able to, right? Right. So now if I put one of these and one of these, okay, one of these, 1, 5, 2, 3, 4. Now at least it's semi-automated. Okay, so we should have done that a long time ago. Oh, whoa, whoa, okay, we got problems. We've got coal problems, in the fact none of the coal is getting through anymore. The grenade maker is taking them all. I'm going to turn this into a slow grabber. All that's on this line is coal, and I want some of it to get through. Like here, some of it will get through. There we go. I could run a splitter. Might be the way to go, now that I think about it. Because I could run it right about here-ish. Not there. There. Okay. I need to start manufacturing blue. I'm only going to be able to avoid it a little while longer. If I put a splitter right here, I can save myself some heartache by putting this here and here. Here, like so. That should forever guarantee a nice supply of coal. And this one I can turn back into a fast one that grabs coal. Alright, that'll keep the iron furnaces going, and when it backfills, everything will go this way, so it should be fine. That should fix that. Oh, this is a big mess. I'm going to clear this line. Okay, we've got too much of everything being made here. Oof, wow. Okay, I gotta turn this thing off. As in, stop feeding resources, shut it down for a minute. Okay. And just deprogram him. Okay, now let the system run its course for a minute and see if it can kind of sort itself out. What do we have? What do we have? Oh, too many widgets, that's for sure. This thing is snarfing up all the iron. Let's take this one off for a little minute here. Alright, that'll shut down the gear factory. These are doing very well for themselves. And they are eating up all of the copper wiring, which they're supposed to. Okay, we ended up with a bunch of weird stuff here. That's, well, not weird, you know. A bunch of random stuff. And let's sort out our own inventory while we're here. Ooh, so many gears. So many gears. Wow, that's a lot of gears. Okay, let's take a couple of hundred of those. A couple of those. Take 4 steel. And we'll take some more of those in case we have to jump start a machine. So many of these. Again, for jump starting if we have to. Pretty much just going to take 4 of each. Okay. What kind of weird orders do I have? I knew it. Oh. I do like those. Okay, let's see, what did we walk away with? That's not so bad, I guess. Just gonna stick those in the corner. Take that. Take that. Oh no, I got 100 grenades, we'll leave that there. Okay, I'm gonna let the machine run here. What are we missing? Turn him off. Clear this of a little bit of its stuff. just going to sneak some stuff in here to hopefully speed up the line a little bit. Yeah, that guy's just not getting the coal he needs. Why are those in there? We'll sneak him a little bit. Those guys are fine. These guys are fine. Copper's turned off. Last of the iron, I think, is out now. And you're supposed to be making walls, so let's have you do that now. Probably should have set that up. Excuse me, quick drink. Okay, so let's see, what do we got going on? I have bugs right outside the door. That's not good. Okay, the grand entrance. No defenses here. That's not entirely smart. Let's see if we can do something about that. Yes, we can. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take this guy. Put him here. Sweet, that was fast. Okay, speed modules. I do like those. Let's do those. Probably don't even need this level of defense. But it feels good to have it anyway. Especially when the bugs are right there. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be intruding on their territory really soon when it comes to the factory. Okay. This thing is a mess. need more computer chips. So you take those. You take those. That'll put out a lot of yellow robot arms, which are needed for the science over here. Because I do notice there's a lot of walkways coming in. Matter of fact, let's him grab these things too. That'll probably help with the clogging, but yeah. Actually, I'm just going to set him for gears again. Okay, that looks like that might wrap that up a little bit, so that way it'll use some of those spare parts laying around. Five to one. Yeah, it looks like the iron plates are getting a little bit more rare. They're getting eaten up. The gear factory only gets iron directly from the steel furnace. How interesting is that? Because I disabled all the other ways. And we're still seeing plenty of it cycling, so we should keep this guy full of copper. And he'll use up the last of that. Most excellent. Okay. And don't we have, yes, a bunch of research files that we can drop off? Give him those. Those and that. And he can have that and that. Excellent. Okay. Let's keep the research going a little while. And that is basically, other than ammunition, that's all this factory is for right now. It's research bottles. Okay, speaking of which, what do they want for these? Batteries, advanced circuits, inserters, and steel plates. So we need to get the refinery going and get batteries made. And we're going to have to start making advanced circuits. Those require plastic, copper, and electronics. Up to 4 ingredients. I can barely make it. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Okay, good. We need to make a lot of those. And they need purple. Purple inserters. To make those, we need. Oh. This is going to have to be a sub-factory all to itself. Iron electronics and inserters. Now I do have a pretty powerful inserter factory over there already, 2 of them. So this could be not that difficult because I can tap into the north lines and the south lines to get my supplies as needed for each portion, if you will. Okay, so 1 of each. These are going to have to be built first. These are going to have to be built first. Electronics, plates, inserters. I think we can get that all right around this location. I could replace these factories, get rid of the motor and pipe factory. It's as easy as doing this. Whoa, okay, so everything's going to need blues almost. Ooh, modular armor. That's useful. Not really right this second. This would be more useful because then I can re-crack oils back to ones that I'm using more of. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Sure it did. Oh, you bastards. Okay, cancel that. Explosives are good because then we can make mines. Rockets I'm kind of meh. But, yeah. And that also leads to tanks. Tanks are good-ish. Yeah, that's going to take us the rest of the way. Combat robotics could be useful because defender probes can be handy. And it doesn't cost much. Let's go with that. Yeah, those defender probes, they'll soak up a lot of aggro when you really need them to. Okay, so this factory is going to be replaced. No, nothing for you right now. Take these away. Let's bring their outputs back. Build a couple more of these. Bam. These are inputs, right? Input, input. Okay. Now steel can come in on. Let's see. I'm going to pull this belt, or pull that grabber. Now, see, we can grab stuff, extra stuff that comes through. So let's do this here. These are the outputs, right? Right. So right here. And he would grab yellow grabbers in theory, like so. We're going to take that away. Remind ourselves that we did it. So that way it doesn't keep grabbing them. Because this is going to be the blue grabber factory. So it needs steel plates, which will be fed from up here. Iron plates, iron, iron, iron plates. Yellows, which it'll pick up the extras that it'll pick up the extras that are not used by the labs over here. And all it needs now is chips, which at this point I'm going to deactivate this, because right now there's nothing up here that absolutely requires computer chips, so that'll keep them on this main line here, so that this can grab them. This will be grabbing chips and plates. and grabbers. Now it really shouldn't need to grab too much of that stuff, but this for sure is going to feed this, so that will work. Alright, let's grab this, that. Okay, disable that. Okay, so that's the blue grabber. So that will immediately feed this, which needs a blue grabber and more circuits. I hope the circuit factories are as overloaded and as strong as I think they are. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, so let's see. Let me check the stream and everything, make sure everything's running. Looks like everything's running just perfectly. I am going to do a quick intermission, go AFK for a moment. Let me see if Twitch is going to be dumb and run an ad on me. Nope. Yep, they are. I may have to turn down the sound here, hold on. I knew it. Let me turn that down. And we'll let it play in the background. It is so loud, hold on. Wow, okay. Alright, well with that said, perfect time to take my intermission that I said I was going to. I'm going to make my way over to the AFK house, and yeah, we'll probably set up the next stage of the machine, which it looks like it's going smooth so far. In any event, stay tuned. This is Permadeath doing a Super Factorio Marathon. Anyway, the man is a machine. Haha, that should be the motto. Anyway, I'll be right back. This is Permadeath and I'm back. So let's see, what do we got going on? Let's check the viewer list and see if it's actually working. I don't know if it's working. Aviator, it looks like you're still there. You're a machine too. You've been watching for several hours now. In any event, hopefully you like the refinery. That I kind of put that together in my head on one of my test plays, at least a prototype of it. And yeah, when I make my saves, occasionally you'll see my other test play area. I made it about as far as I am right now tech-wise, and yeah, prototyped this monstrosity, which I hope... The reason I build big and spacious is because I don't want to be cramped in. It just makes it easier for me to half-ass shit. You know what I mean? When I need to just patch something in or run a conveyor belt or, you know, put a grabber arm, I have room to do it. Because I realize I'm not a very efficient builder. And the reason is I'm just kind of making it up as I go. Very little pre-planning. Okay, so I do need to keep a vehicle handy so I can get back and forth. So let's pull the car out here where I can actually use it. And it actually has an impressive cargo area. So let's see, the car would be best right here. Right here. Perfect. That way I can get back and forth if I need to. Okay, speaking of needing to, it's time to start figuring out what needs to go where. This little sub-factory, I think, will work. So now, we were building the purple grabbers as part of this whole process. So we now also need advanced circuits, which are made with plastic, electronics, and cables. All things that don't make it this far on the assembly line typically. Okay. Alright, we're going to start taking advantage of this main line. We're going to have to start filtering down some stuff. Here and here. Here and here. I think that's too far. Because we need to be able to grab it right about here. And 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, these are going to grab the things we need down here, which is going to be plastic, 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 circuits, tubing. This will replicate that. Plastic, computer, wiring or tubing, whatever you want to call it. And this is going to be the same thing. Plastics, computers, and what is it? Cable, wiring. Power that up. Okay, that's the start. Let's put in our factory now. 2, 3, 4 of them. All of them making these? Wait a minute, we're not that far yet, are we? No. We're still making advanced circuits. This factory might expand, but for now I'm just going to do 2. Done. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, the stuff's going to go in there. So output, output, input, input, and power pole. Oh, I do love those high-tech power poles. Okay, so where are we at now? That's going to be pulling goodies in. We want to make sure we get all the goodies, so we're going to do the same thing. Plastic, computer, advanced circuits. This is going to be manufacturing advanced circuits. Let's take those off. All we need is the copper cable. That was the third ingredient. Okay, so this will be making the circuits. This is going to be making the purples. I do like that we're unlocking some good tech here. Train stops are good and cheap. We'll research that. And keep going with this. Okay, so these two are going to now feed down here onto a central conveyor belt. Here. And let's build a couple more of those. And some more of those afterwards. Like so. That does leave some room for future expansion. Not a lot, but some room for future expansion. Okay, let's bring one of these down here. Put those together. Put these together. Close enough. Okay. Derpa. Okay. Wow, all of a sudden it's organized. Alright, so where are we? Those are being built. These will only grab reds. This will only grab purples. Purple grabbers, these. Those are going to feed here, and then we could actually have our factories maybe here. Input and output right along this row right here. That would be dumb. Because the factory's not designed that way. So yes. This is an entirely self-contained apparatus, so to speak. So this here. Actually, which way are we going to have the belt go? The belt's going to be going this way. Actually, let's figure this out. Belt grabber. I think here should do it. Okay, so if these make the blue potions, they're also going to need steel and batteries. Beautiful. Okay. Not really, but it'll work. These are going to go on the far side. So you know what? I'm just going to connect this in directly. And it'll favor the near side. And then blue, being optimistic, blue potions will go out here. Still got a little ways to go here, so blues will go out there. Now we also need one of these that'll grab iron, or actually steel. What else do we need? Steel and batteries. I don't know where we're going to get the batteries yet. We'll figure it out. Let's not program this yet. Batteries. Okay, let's go manufacture batteries. I believe that means we're going to have to bring copper down here. And we're probably going to need the sulfuric acid. Solar power would be useful in the future. I do want that, but we're just not quite ready for it yet. Robot count. Do that. Okay, how full are our tanks by now? They should be about full, I would hope. Wow, these wells are not the best wells on Earth, that's for sure. I should have brought the car. Why didn't I bring the car? 0.5 a second, 0.5, 0.4, 0.4, they're slowing down. Yeah, so, Or pump speed that stuff up. I don't think they do. But they might. I don't know. I might have to experiment with that sometime. Okay, I should probably start the refineries. Not yet. Let's see what it's going to take to make these batteries. Just slap one of these down real quick. And acid, copper, iron. Acid, copper, and iron, huh? Let's try this here. I'm gonna run this as an artery now. Okay, this is just an experiment for the moment. Oh, you know what? Maybe not. This could be useful. First I was thinking I was just being stupid, but hey, stupidity might pay off. Okay, that's a little too stupid, but yeah, we're really close. There we go. Okay, if nothing else, now we have a loop where crap will get stuck. Sulfur's going to feed out and up into here and hopefully share space with this. And create the sulfuric acid, which will fill up this. We should probably get this factory started now. Now I can cut these taps off at the source. Just because we don't want them doing anything unnecessary. We'll run power down to these lights just because it looks better. Really? Okay, so those are cut off. So they'll start filling up once I start actually processing the oil, which I probably need to start doing. Now, for plastic, if I remember correctly, that's got oil, coal, and petroleum gas. So it also is going to need to tap in here off of this. So I may just extend it, give this plenty of leeway so I can pipe around and above and whatever I need to. You are going to make plastic. You are going to make batteries. I'm going to have to move that down a little bit more. Over one and down here. This one's going to have to be about the same. There. Plastic. Batteries. Can you rotate? Ah, okay, learn something new every day. Okay, so let's see, what do we got? Oh, Aviator, I was reading your messages. Yeah, the resource wheel, it kind of works. It's still in that, kind of working phase. I'd say it's up to like 70% now as opposed to 40. Okay, but let's see now. He's going to need the sulfuric acid, so we're going to rotate that. And he's going to put out batteries, which we will pick up and throw out onto a conveyor belt. And we'll actually... Now we'll blend it in for now. If we need to change it around later, we will. Now, this needs sulfuric acid. Okay, it needs a couple of different things. So let's have a feeder here. And a chest. And a specific feeder that only grabs copper and iron. And this is not quite right. Let's take it a little bit further away. I'm unlocking tech pretty quick now. Ooh. Because it knows that I'm at the end. I need to start working with these. Logistic robots and whatnot, I may never use those, to tell you the truth. They might make life too easy, but these I might definitely use to clean up some of the mess. I really want this so bad. I need this. I need this. Laser 2, damage 1, follower count 2. Let's do that. Why not? More robots is more robots. We'll need to make a robot manufacturing facility next. And, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so this needs gas and coal. I can pipe the gas to it, and it would be a lot easier for it to grab the coal from here. Maybe something like this. Let's put it there for a moment. This would say grab the coal. Coal. It would fill a chest with it. And then a fast grabber. Grab it out of the chest, feed the machine as necessary. And the piping would come in here, and that's relatively easy because we just make a tap right here. Let's do some of that. Then we'll figure out how to get the copper and all that other good stuff. Actually, I should build these first. So we'll tap into the petroleum. Bring it all the way out here as far as we can. Run a tap line here. Run another one here. Actually, it's kind of unnecessary. Let's just run the pipe. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now we can cut this off right here for a moment. Bring in some power. I'm stuck. That's one of the risks of making these kind of structures. You end up getting stuck in them. Let's do this. It looks a little better. There we go. Okay. Now this is going to be making what? Plastic. Plastic. So it'll be getting coal and petroleum, and then it's going to have an output there, and we're just going to have it feed right back into the system. Nice and tight. There we go. Okay, so now this guy needs his sulfuric acid, and he needs a little bit of power. Okay, he needs acid and what? Copper, etc. Alright, so we'll make a... I'm out of steel boxes, what do you know? Box, an inserter, a filter inserter that grabs copper, steel. This is a very silly way of doing this, but hey, it works. And we can turn it off if we have to here and there. Because I do find myself having to turn my machines off quite often, actually. Like so. We can actually block that like that. Block that like that. And where does he even get the sulfuric acid from? Oh, there. Sulfur's coming from there. This guy still doesn't have power in the right place. There. Alright, this should be functional. So, let's check what our fuel levels are right now. I think we should start processing. So, let the processing begin. I guess I should have let myself through first. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's see how fast they're sucking these down. Not horribly fast. Should take us a little while to burn through all that. Hopefully we'll get all these tanks filled up. Which won't happen because we're going to have to do the advanced oil cracking. Okay, refinery, I'm going to leave you to your business, and we need to bring the car more often. Now we got to figure out how to get... Iron is already on this. Now we need to figure out how to get copper on it. Not much copper escapes the wiring factories. And then that which does gets taken by all these factories. So I guess I need to just up the copper supply. Let's up it by about 20%, which is an arbitrary way of saying 2 more mines I will activate. It's a lot of copper. Oh, we're out? Are we really out? Yeah, we are. Okay, we're gonna have to turn on the machine very soon. Let's build this next wing first. I'm a junkie for this game right now. I've been playing it just straight forever. That's alright, it's good for the stream. Gets me out there. Okay. Okay. I have to think of a way of getting stuff so it doesn't get stuck here on these belts. Because we may end up filled up with, you know, either chips or metal plates. So I do need to think of a cycle system that'll get them out of here as needed. Okay, well, I'm thinking of that. Let's actually put this in place. Like so. Okay, so if he's going to grab yellows, are these the inputs? They are. So I might have to have a recycler here. That takes stuff off. That really is unpowered, isn't it? Okay, good enough. Alright, so this would in theory take things off, like ingredients that this doesn't use. Chips, iron, chips. Chips, iron would come off. And then another one. Chips, iron. Okay. Anything that gets through will stay here. So let's make this also filter out chips and iron that may end up getting through the system right here. It'll grab them and get them back out. These need batteries, steel, batteries and steel. So this would be grabbing steel, batteries, which we're not even producing yet, but we'll get that figured out. These guys do not have release valves yet. That's not good. There we go. Inputs, outputs. That guy's outputting, this guy's inputting. Now wait a minute here. If these guys throw this here, this... I think this belt needs to be going the other direction. But that would mess up the whole flow, so we can't really do that now, can we? He's taking stuff out. He's bringing it in. It goes down here. Comes by the inputs. These are going through to the inputs. And they'll keep cycling unless they're used. The other stuff will cycle back out. So far. And this will actually bring in the other good stuff. There's some error in this that I can't quite figure out what's... I just had it nailed down, but now I've completely forgotten. I guess I'll just run the thing and wait for the problem to become apparent. Oh. Red chips will not be grabbed. Iron and chips. These guys need steel and batteries. Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong stuff. This guy needs steel and batteries. Okay, off to the battery factory. Does save some walking time. Okay. Need to run the power again. Over here. That'll work. Okay, water's coming in, everything's going out. Plastic goes out. Batteries, batteries, batteries. Okay. I need to get the sulfur plant running first. Wow. 129 to 160. To 130. That's why I want that advanced oil processing. We'll build in 3 more refineries that'll more or less take oil out, re-crack it, put it right back in. I also want to do some flame turret defenses towards the south where there's not too many forests, out this way. This just begs to be flame turret defended, and there are a lot of bug aggressors that could come up from that direction. They need engines. Okay. We're gonna have to rebuild the engine factory, I guess. I may have to make a little side factory for myself that I just feed manually, and it builds stuff for me. Yeah, we gotta wait for these refineries. They're gonna take a little while. Hey, I can build speed modules and crap now. What are we gonna take? Oh, advanced. Oh. Can't even build those right now. Just waiting for resources to accumulate. So, let's take a little drive. clean up this conveyor belt. All that's left is basically steel. Which if I drop some copper in the munitions factory, I bet it would work very well. Which I think I will do. 100 of those and 100 of those. What do you need? Coal and iron, is it? Alright, iron. I got some coal. We're gonna jumpstart a couple of machines here, why not? Since we're here. Yes, yes. There you go, good luck. Oh, and let's see what the factory was able to produce at this point. Somehow, how did that get on the line? Oh, because we need it here. Now see, he needs to cycle that stuff back out. Yeah, see, plastics are going to come into this one as well. That's the inputs. And we need to take the stuff right back out if it doesn't get used. So let's go plastic, chip, tubing, this needs to also grab batteries. Unfortunately, the icons only allow them to see 4, so we're going to probably forget the batteries are on there, but they are, so we'll be okay. Engines. Need more engines. Can't build those ourselves. They have to be built in factory. So I'm thinking maybe we should make ourselves a little side shop where we can build some advanced components from time to time. I would like to make a dedicated machine shop, so maybe I'll do that up here. We'd have to move all this stuff again. Just keep shuffling it down the line. Okay, we'll do it. Let's go here. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. And one more. 3. Iron. Let's see, let's go steel. This will be the copper. Copper that. Steel that. Actually, steel and those. Thems. Moving stuff, kind of a pain in the butt. I should make a permanent place where I can stash stuff. Engine component, what? Let's put that down here. There you go. Don't know where that came from. Oh, I was able to grab a lot more than I thought. Awesome. And drop that. And drop that. And drop that. Or... and we'll just keep all the ores together, why not? I gotta get a little bit tighter in there, we go. Now I was gonna make a machine shop, right? Something like that. Wow, I definitely have a lot of circuits. I have an advanced circuit shop. I should use that. because I've got all these. Oh, but I don't think I can because I don't have the other stuff I need. Plastic. Okay, well, stuff's processing right now. The bugs are not attacking, and I really don't know why. So, count our blessings, I guess. Because there are a bunch of them around us. Man, that's scary out there. Looking for cheap things. Explosives, landmines. I definitely need solar power for armor later, so I don't need it right now. Don't think I need those right this second. Power armor's nice. Damage 2, bullet shooting speed 1. Do it. Let's see how far along. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta figure out how to get copper and iron. Copper, coal, iron onto this. I've got iron already. The coal is the tricky part. Well, actually, not so much, actually. Because some of it's getting through on the one side and not getting used. So it should come through. Okay, we can have this thing grab a lot of stuff. So a lot more iron is getting through than anything else. So I think what I'm going to have to do is go get some stuff together and kind of prep these boxes down there. Make a new machine shop. Okay. Whoa, a lot of greens. We'll go drop those off. That's worth having in the boxes. Half of that, half of that. Okay, now what is this thing doing? Okay. There we go. How are we doing on walls anyway? Not so good, because the thing's been locked up this whole time. Nice. Okay. We'll just take those for emergency use. Drop these back into play. I need those for refineries. Just remembered that. Okay, so we'll just keep those. We'll just hand out of those. And I'm going to do one of my infamous intermission breaks. Get a new cold tasty beverage and assess the situation. We've made hella progress and I haven't died yet. Now is when I definitely don't want to die. This is when you definitely don't want to die. And I'm gonna have to go to war with the bugs real soon. They're not gonna tolerate my presence for much longer. The only reason I'm not getting attacked regularly is my pollution is barely affecting them. These guys are outside of my pollution radius, and these guys get hit by it, but not very often. And these guys are right outside. So, hee-haw, lucky, lucky day. In any event, stay tuned, I'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes. This is Permadeath and I'm back. Technology! Alright, perfect. So let's see, what's next? I really want this, but I can't have it. So I guess I might as well go ahead and go into explosives. I think those also need to be made at the refinery. So it would be in my best interest to plan for it now, which I think I can do, even though I can't manufacture them. I can look at them. Explosives. Maybe I can. Nope. Okay, no worries. Let's get back into the base. There we go. How much power are we turning out? We turning out enough? So far, so good. Of course, half the systems aren't working right now. Okay, so hopefully more copper will come through the lines here. I'm going to have this grab iron, copper, coal. Now we need a return loop. All this stuff is coming up on a return. I'm really out of those. Huh. Who would have thought it? Yeah, and the stuff will be reintroduced right here. The plastic and all that other goodie. And that's perfect. Yeah, plastic and batteries should come right up on the line. Perfect. This should work. Okay, let's check my inventory. I do have what I need. I'm going to check some of the chests. Do we have any extra walkways laying around? I don't think we do. Nope, I'm going to have to make them myself. First time we've had to make these in a while. Okay, this factory should mostly work once I get it running. I need to take quick drive down to the refinery. Because I'm going to tweak these chests here. That's, yeah. I actually meant to do this. Okay, this chest just needs steel, right? Yes, and sulfur. This one is the one we need to reserve some room for it. Because it's going to be grabbing so much iron, I just want to make sure that there's going to be plenty of room for copper. And plenty of copper to go in for now. Okay. And then he's going to be grabbing coal, and this is going to start a round robin. However, I'm going to have grabbers on this. And that's going to be our return system, where everything's going to return to the loop. That'll go on the ground and pick up here, and then it'll join right here. That shouldn't mess up too much, right? Hopefully not, we'll find out. Okay, let's do the underground portion here, like so. These parts will have to be underground eventually as well. Well, maybe not. Because I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to extend this down one more. Because we do have that liberty. And we're not using as much of the potential as we're churning out, so that's good. All's well. Okay. This is going to have a bigger chance of binding, so let me do landmines. Yes, they're quick and easy. So to keep this from binding up and doing weird stuff, I'm going to have Fast Grabber take care of this. On my test game, I actually had a train system that went between the two places. I think I may have put the resources on low and normal, as in normal amount, but low number of resource points. Either way, we're doing well. So let's just keep doing that. We'll have landmine technology in no time. And I think we can make explosives now, so let's see, what do those take? There they are. Sulfur, coal, and water. Sulfur. Coal and water, huh? Sulfur, coal, and water. We can probably... We could just have the sulfur go onto the main conveyor. Okay, let's do that. We're going to take this off. Actually, we'll leave that there. Take that off. Do that. With that. And actually, let's not do anything foolish here. All he's going to grab is sulfur, iron, and sulfur. And he's going to put sulfur out right there. So if nothing else, it'll get him a chance to grab it right away, giving him precedence. Sulfur then makes its way down this way, it'll go picked up here, and we need sulfur, coal, water. So we would make another one of these right about here. That would grab sulfur, coal, and feed that into a conveyor, which would go about here with a grabber and a chest and a grabber and our plant. Which should output there. This would be an explosives plant. It wouldn't output there, it would input there. Like so. Alright, then we'll run our water tap right here. Like that. Sweet. And that's going to put out explosives, which we're not using right now, but we'll figure out a use for them soon enough. And actually, we can have this join with that. A little temporary power here. Actually, let's just go with the big boy. Is there any way I can Yeah. Perfect. And, okay. That's really how it's gonna go, huh? I guess that looks a little better. It'll work. It'll work. Okay, so now we'll pick up coal and sulfur. Feed it into here for ion explosives. Yeah, we're going to be using a lot of petroleum oil, I think. How much have we refined? Not a whole lot. We may have to double up on these refineries. I kind of left all this room out here just so I could do that. They are all pumping, right? Yeah, yes, yes they are. Eventually these are going to start filling up. That's okay, we'll just turn them into solid fuel at that point. Okay, I think we're ready to start. Let's turn on the machine and see what happens. Oh, wait a minute. Finished products need to go out here. Let's see. Plastic. Explosives. What else needs to go out? Batteries. And I think eventually solid fuel is going to have to go out as well. But we'll deal with that when the time comes. And to tell you the truth, it's kind of been a long night. I might close it up here real soon. But I do want to fire this thing up and see what happens. So let's try that for a moment. And see how well it runs for us. And then we can start the tweaking next time we play. Which will be in the next day or two. Okay, let's see. Reasons being is this one of those games that you don't want to leave for too long, otherwise you'll forget what kind of madness was going on in your brain when you built these things. Okay, everything's running. I'm going to wait for the first bits of copper to come down this way. And then once we see some copper starting to get turned out here, we will turn on the coal. Okay, here goes the coal. Two of these machines are disabled right now. I'm going to bring one of them back online because we do need some extra tubing going out to another destination now. I am going to disable two of these machines. Alright. We'll reactivate them if needed. Okay, some copper is getting through, very little. That's good. We need that to happen. Okay, a little bit of steel is getting through. Good, good. We're not getting any circuits through yet, but these machines are probably eating them up pretty good. I would like to see more of the circuits getting through. There we go. Now they're starting to get through. We still need to see more of them getting through to here. Yep, we're going to need to see a little bit more production here. May have to import some of this iron down via the importers here, of which there's not very many of them. Yeah, you know what? We're seeing a lot of extra iron coming out of the works right here, so let's steal some of it for our own use. And then we'll dump it here. Let's power all this up, like so. You're going to grab iron. You will also grab iron. Oh, I guess he needs to be connected, doesn't he? Like so, and like so. Okay, that's going to get us a little bit of extra iron down this direction. We're still getting some on the other side. Not that we really need it on the other side, but yes. Steel is going down here. We're not getting any batteries or anything yet because we're not actually producing down at the refinery. Probably should have taken the car. Nothing's getting through here yet because I haven't activated it. Okay, go now. Okay. We're getting a lot of iron. Okay, we need some coal down there. Coal, please. Okay, we're gonna have to make one that just grabs coal, I think. You shall grab just coal. He shall grab nothing. There we go. Okay, we should be getting a good mix of things here now. Okay. Bullet shoot speed 3? Yes. Anyway, what I'm doing here is I'm filling up this chest so that it will get only what it needs. It'll have plenty of room left over, if you know what I mean. Yeah, until we start producing sulfur, let's cut this thing off now. Okay, so that's full. That way some of this can cycle down the line a little ways and get used in this chest. Like so. And then the coal will fill up in there. This one we're also going to limit a little bit. Because we do want some getting up to this one. There we go. Here shortly we'll be starting to produce sulfur. We are going to need to produce sulfur very, very soon. Okay, so let's activate the petroleum oil line. And that should start the process. It's getting the petroleum, it's getting the water. Do I need to move all of these? Why isn't it producing anything? Let's try this again. Sulfur. Okay, what did I do wrong? Do I have these on the wrong feed? I do have them on the wrong feed, damn it. Okay. So we'll change this around a little bit here. That's why we test these things. Okay, a little clumsy, but it works. There it is, sulfur finally! And this is all jammed up, so that's okay. Because I'm going to grab all this sulfur for a minute. And I'm going to pre-reserve some sulfur slots. Okay, hopefully it'll start getting like a kind of a 50-50 mix here. Looks like it is not getting like an even mix. This is the sulfuric acid factory, so we actually need that thing to be cranking out the sulfur. So let's get another conveyor going. Just sulfur. Just iron. There we go. That way we have it coming in from both sides. Iron on one side, sulfur on the other, and it can go to town. Alright, now where's the sulfur going? Some of it needs to make its way into here. There we go. Okay, we're not getting much coal down here anymore. I'm noticing. Where's the coal? We're not getting any copper down here much either. Uh-oh, the machinery is clogging up. Again. Oh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? There's not a whole lot you can do. And at this point, like I said, I think I'm gonna close it up. So, for the moment, I'm going to shut off all the machinery. And then that way we can kind of analyze where it went wrong. And we'll turn the coal supply off. Actually, I think we'll keep that going for a little while. Yeah, I'm going to park myself next to it. That way I know where to pick it up next time. So let's go ahead and save it. Let's go ahead and save it. And we're going to go ahead and call it a night. So thank you all for watching. And until next time, as always, this is Permadeath Extraordinaire. Loving y'all.